Hey guys, Augie and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I want to share with you my updated Ultimate Slamslide leveling build for the Druid for Season 1, ready and active with the new legendary aspect. I've put it into the build. I've customized it a little bit from my last leveling build on the Druid. It still slaps. I made a new Druid just to try it out right before the season yesterday actually, and I was plowing through. I managed to kill the level 21 zone boss in Fractured Peaks, and I was only level 12, so that was 10 levels above me, and I literally had like, you know, a couple of skill points, and landslide with the terror modes and stuff just does so much crazy crit damage because it's guaranteed as well. So it's really strong, especially now with that added new aspect that we got. I can't wait to actually get a hold of that. And why this is really good for leveling is we'll probably be getting that aspect along in the season journey on the first chapter, most likely. So it's going to help you power level through this leveling in the season a lot faster, as you'll be doing those anyway. It's the subterranean aspect, so poison creep is active, also casts landslide in a circle around you, and your earth skills deal 10 to 20% increased damage to poisoned enemies, which this build really focuses on. And the other aspects for this build, you don't really need any aspects for this build to work. You could use this well into World Tier 3 and 4 as well later down the line. This actually helped me get through my capstones on my Druid when I was playing it right in the beginning. So very strong build, and I'm going to share it all with you guys in this video. So without further ado, let's hop on into it. I do have everything over on Mobalytics. Go check them out. Really great website, working with them on pretty much all our builds. All our builds will be up on the site, especially now for the season. We'll have a lot of new builds coming up with all the updated stuff, all the nerfs and all the buffs and everything. We're going to go through it and change up all our builds and get them all going on Mobalytics. I will have this down below in the description as well, so you guys can follow along with me. So let's just have a look at all the skills trees. We'll go over the skills. So we're using Storm Strike. With Fierce Storm Strike, this is our way of applying Vulnerable, as well as giving us a little bit of damage reduction. That was nerfed recently, but it's still better than no damage reduction, and it's also good because of the Vulnerable. So really good over there. Then we're coming on down. Landslide, obviously picking that up because that is the main bread and butter of the build. Enhanced and Primal Landslide for the terror modes, so it gives you that stacking crit strike damage, and it's pretty much guaranteed because it builds up over time. And then we can pick up Heart of the Wild. We get Wild Impulse and Abundance for more spirit from your basic skills and more damage as well. I do have over here, if you guys click on this little thing over here, we'll show you the leveling so you can see what to actually level up as you're going along, because you don't want to pick these up until much later down the line. As you see there, Abundance only at level 41, you want to start picking this up. So this is for while you're leveling, just follow it over here. You pick it up and go down as you go, as you level up. And then we grab Earthen Bulwark for the Unstoppable. Since Unstoppable was nerfed on the Grizzly Rage, now we can actually have it quite often with this build. Enhanced Bulwark, Preserving Bulwark. We pick up Bloodhowl. This is our sustain with the build. Really good little heal there. As well as the cooldown reduction when you kill things. So massive sustain over there, especially in the early game when you're taking a bit of damage and you don't have great gear. And it also gives you Spirit. I changed over to this so you can get the Spirit, but this one you can really change around as you feel necessary. Early on, I would probably use Innate Bloodhowl, and then around level 34, once you can actually pick up the Earthen Might passive, which has a chance to restore all your spirit, I would actually suggest swapping this over to Preserving Bloodhowl, because it gives you attack speed and attack speed. I mean, it's not necessary for the build, but it's nice, and if you don't need the spirit, you might as well pick up the attack speed on that. So just remember that over there. And then we'll pick up Poison Creeper, Enhanced, and Brutal Poison Creeper just for the increased crit strike, as well as the Poison Creeper working with your new aspect from the season. Then we move on down to Trample. This later on, once you get the aspect, becomes really strong. The Trample Slide aspect, so when you trample, it actually casts landslides all around you. This actually starts doing crazy amounts of damage once you get that, but until then, it's just a really good mobility skill, and it also gives you Unstoppable. It can break you out of CCs if you have this one up. And then the new buff over there to Savage Trample, you get 40 spirit instead of the old 20 spirit, so really good over there. When we pick up some Earthen passives, Crushing Earth, Safeguard, and Stone Guard. We pick up Neurotoxin just to get the poison enemies slowed, so we get our CC applied to them. And then Envenom there for just multiplicative crit strike damage, really good. And then we want to get the Defensive Posture, Nature's Resolve. These two, I changed these up a little bit recently because more Fortify and stuff, just making it a little bit more tanky with all the nerfs and things to damage reductions. I feel like this is much more helpful than a little bit of crit chance that you get up here from Predatory Instinct. And the build really has guaranteed crits with the terror mode, so you don't really need that much crit chance. And then Defiance. Nature magic skills deal increased damage. We pick up natural disaster, resonance, and circle of life. This is also a really good way of sustain. Nature magic skills that consume spirit heal you for 3% of your maximum life. So really great over there, since masochistic doesn't really work that well with this build, especially after the changes. And then last but not least, we pick up Earthen Might. This is the big one over here. It gives you the crit and it gives you the restore on spirit, and this chance is increased by your crit strike. So you kind of need a little bit of crit early on, but then your terror modes just make your landslide like guaranteed crit. So that is the skill tree. So on the website, you guys can come check it. And then the Paragon board, this is a work in progress. I have done this one out here a little bit. You guys can follow along. So these are the main 3 starter boards that you want to try and get to. Obviously your starter board, you want to go over to Earthen Devastation with Earthen Sky, and then Constricting Tendrils with Exploit. And then I would suggest you path your way upwards towards the Heightened Balance with Undaunted. You grab that over there, as well as damage to poison enemies. Really nice there. And then you want to come on down, back down to the last board over here, which is Ancestral Guidance with Territorial in the bottom. This one kind of sucks because no matter where I put the board, the legendary node and the glyph were either far away from each other. So either you get the glyph there and then the node is far away, or you get the node there and then the glyph is far away. So I decided to go with this since the node is pretty strong. After spending 75 spirit, you deal increased damage for 5 seconds, and you will be spending quite a lot of spirit, especially with the Earthen Might. With the proc down the bottom, that's going to restore your spirit for free. So you'll be spending spirit a lot, and more spirit spent means more damage. More spirit spent means more healing. So the build is really strong for leveling process. There's your boons as well. The spirit boons, we have everything mapped out over there. And then the gear and aspect of here, you don't need any of these aspects to make this build work. It functions completely fine with not a single aspect. I cleared the first capstone dungeon at level 39 back in the day with not a single one of these aspects, and I did it quite easily. So the build itself is just very strong. There is a build up, a write up of here with a gameplay loop, how it all works. I've got the stat priorities down here so you guys can follow along for the stat priorities on all the items. But then the aspects, let's just go over them now while we're here anyway. So aspect of the Mending Stone, duration of Earthen Bulwark is increased by 6 seconds. In addition, killing enemy with Earth skill replenishes your active Earthen Bulwark, just increasing your Earthen Bulwark there. And then we got aspect of Disobedience. This was nerfed recently, but it's still pretty decent. And then the most important aspects, I would say, if I had to choose a couple, would be this one, aspect of the Aftershock, aspect of the Trampled Earth, and the new one, Subterranean aspect. These 3 are probably the most important ones to try and get. For damage, obviously, these are just purely going to boost your damage. And then the rest are all your utility and defense. Over here, this one over here, you heal for X amount of life per second for each close enemy. That's really nice, as you'll be in close range all the time anyway. Now on this one, we gain +2 to all our Earth skills when we have Fortify, which is pretty much all the time. We got Crash Stone aspect. Earth skills deal 30 to 40% more crit strike damage to crowd control enemies. They will all be slowed because poison is going to slow them. And then on this aspect, you can really put whatever you want on that one. But I decided to go with Accelerating aspect. Critical strikes with core skills increase your attack speed. And you'll be critting all the time with your Landslide, which is a core skill. So just increase your attack speed all the time. And then we grab Night Howler's aspect as well to give you increased crit strike chance by 5 to 10%. You don't need this one, but it's nice to have it over there. And your Blood Out also affects nearby companions and players. So if you're playing with other people, it's going to give them the heal and the crit chance as well. And then Subterranean, obviously that's the new aspect, really strong. Poison Creepers activate, also cast Landslide in a circle around you. Earth skills deal 10 to 20% increased damage to poison enemies, really strong. And then aspect of the Trampled Earth. Trample now summons 6 landslide pillars of earth during its duration that deals 70 to 80% normal damage. Trample is now also a nature magic and earth skill. That's going to double dip into some other passives and things as well along the way. So overall, really strong. Everything that you need to know is right there. You guys can actually download the Mobalytics app, and you can have this in an overlay in-game while you're playing, and you can just level up and slot everything in as you're playing. You don't even have to alt-tab over, because it'll be like a nice little overlay with the app. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Good luck in season 1. Hopefully it's a lot better with all the doom and gloom recently. Hopefully it's fun and we can actually get to try out these Malignant Hearts. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, please drop a like and a sub to the channel. It helps me out so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Augie saying out.
Run free and dive into the sky. hear the wind crying